So my name is Jacob Dreifus, and my background, basically, I've been passionate about politics ever since I was 10 years old. And I started getting involved in local politics during my senior year of high school. I would go down to Kent City Hall and talk about the different issues that were affecting the community, and I would go and speak at the podium. So two major things that I did during my time in Kent is I spoke in favor of getting an emergency shelter built for homeless women and children. And we got that successfully passed through the Land Use and Planning Board as well as the Kent City Council. And then I also spoke in favor of saving a local park that was going to be torn down and developed on, called Pine Tree Park. And we successfully saved that in a 5-2 vote as a community. So that's really my background. And I decided to run for Shelton City Commissioner because I felt that the citizens weren't really being listened to on a variety of different issues, mainly how their tax dollars were being spent. And I believe that city leadership, that should be their main priority, is to listen to the people and make sure that the people are being well represented. I am new here, but I think I have a lot to bring to the city of Shelton and its citizens.
So if elected, what are your top priorities?
So if elected, one of my top priorities is going to be making sure that we move forward with projects in the Public Works Department a lot more intelligently. Making sure that we're reviewing all pros and cons, make sure it's something that the citizens want, basically spend tax dollars wisely. Also, another top priority of mine is to make sure that we have an open door policy with all citizens. They can come in and talk to me anytime they want. That's always going to be a priority for me. I want to put citizens first. Another priority I would like to get done during my 4 years in office would be to get a detox center put into the city of Shelton. That's something very important that I know is important to the police department here. And they also wanted 15 mental health beds as well. And they're hoping to get that by next year. So those are things that I want to follow through on. I also know that unemployment has been an issue, that's been recovered over the past few months. But anyone else that's unemployed, I would like to help them get work.
What about budget priorities?
Budget priorities, again, I want us to be intelligent with the way we spend citizen tax dollars. I want to make sure that if we're going into a project from now on, we're doing it for the right reasons and we're not just jumping into the project and saying, oh, we're going to spend this amount of money. So again, budget priorities would fall under making sure we're being smart with projects and also making sure that we prioritize getting the police department and their needs taken care of. I'm also going to speak with the fire chief and see what their needs are and what they would like to see in the budget as well to help them, and also with schools.
So about a year ago, the city lowered permit fees and limited connection charges. The goal was to generate development. Latest information indicates that the lowered fees accomplished just that. However, depending on how you look at the numbers, not without some financial losses to the city, what is your position?
Yeah, when I saw that, it really bothered me because I figured something like that was going to be beneficial. But then to see it where it loses about $65,000 for the city and possibly even more than that, very dangerous to do that. I think it was a bad move. They should have thought about it a lot longer. I don't think they should have done it. I think that their heart was in the right place, but it's one of those things where it's hit or miss. You make the decision and it came back to hurt them.
Should the city look at lowering water and sewer?
I think they should, but again, I think they need to take time, listen to the citizens, talk with the citizens, make sure they got their head on straight. As you can see, it didn't work out with the building and permit fees, so we just got to be careful. I think that's something we do need to look at in the future. If I'm elected to office, what I would do is put a freeze on the water and sewage rates like they did this year. I think that's the most intelligent approach. Because I think we need to make sure that if we're going to lower them, it doesn't have that same effect on the city to where we're losing mass amounts of money.
Let's talk about the city's debt. Outside of an emergency or state mandate or order, is there a situation or project you believe is worth adding to that debt?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to look at if I was elected to office is the Shelton Hills Development Project. I think it's a fantastic project. I think it's something that we need to move forward with. It's been kind of 50-50 with the citizens. Some people like it, some people don't. It's been something that's been talked about for a long time. I think it'll be a good job creator, and I think it'll be good growth for Shelton. We just got to make sure that we do it the right way.
Attracting business to Shelton, what do you think can be done to make it easier to bring business into the city?
Well, I would say that looking at definitely things like the B&O tax and lowering those fees for those folks would be a good option. I actually talked to a lot of business owners downtown when I started campaigning, and they said that that wasn't really a problem. They aren't being listened to by the city leadership. And that was their biggest issue, was that they wanted to be listened to. They wanted to have a voice in the city. So that's a main priority for me, to make sure that if new businesses come in, they have a voice in City Hall. And also, I would definitely look at lowering the B&O taxes and things like that. If businesses came to me and said, hey, if you want to attract us, that's something you need to look at. But I would have to hear that from the businesses first.
Do you agree with the city now contracting with Mason County Garbage?
It's such a new issue that I don't really have an answer on that right now. It's too new to be able to tell what's going to come of that.
What challenges do you see coming, and how would you address them?
The challenges that I see coming are, again, just making sure that we're smart with city projects. I think that, again, citizens just want to be listened to, so I think we're really going to have to prioritize being financially responsible. That's a major challenge, and it has been for a long time. And I think that homelessness and the drug issue in the city is another major issue. That's a big challenge that we got to face, but we got to face it together, and we got to face it with all hands on deck. And I really want to get the community together, have us united, and get us to address that issue. It's very important.
Would you like to see the 3-member commission change to a 7-member council, or what about just expanding the commission?
I think that getting a 7-member city council is a smart move. I think it would be beneficial. We are the only city left in the state that does a city commission form of government, and I think a lot of people want us to move on from that and go with a city council. The benefit that I see of having a city council is that you have a variety of thinking in your city leadership, and you have a variety of different solutions and ideas that are coming to the table. And I think that would be very beneficial for us as a city.
Do you have an opinion on Railroad Avenue?
I do. I think it was a big mistake. I don't see what the benefit of painting those crosswalks brick red was, and I know that a lot of the citizens don't see a benefit of it. I think it was a bad move on the city's part to move forward with that. In their eyes, it was a good option, and it was an improvement. I don't see the benefit of it, and I think they should have taken the time to think through it and make sure that this is something that the citizens wanted.
Is there one specific thing the city is doing you would like to see stop?
Yes, they're not being smart with finances. They're not spending citizens' tax dollars wisely. They're not paying attention to the citizens. I want to see that stop. And if I'm elected, that will stop, at least with me. I will put the citizens first, and I'll listen to them as to how they want their tax dollars spent. Also, I don't think that the homeless and drug issue is being addressed by the city commission. That needs to be put to a stop. We need to address that moving forward.
Okay, to close, give us what is known as that 30-second elevator summary of you as the best candidate for the Shelton City Commission.
I think I'm the best person for the job, because we need a leader that is young, passionate, and has a think outside the box mentality. A leader that's going to listen to the people. I want to put people first. It's been my lifelong dream to fight for people and to make a difference in their lives, and this is the best way that I believe I can do it. In all honesty, I'm going to be blunt about it. If you elect the other three, you're just going to get the same old broken and lazy politics that we've been receiving over the last 4 or 8 years. That's wrong, and that's not the leadership that you, the citizens, deserve. I want to bring new leadership in that is young and that has fresh ideas, and that's going to move us forward in the right direction together as a community.